When they come to a place like Ernescliff and the Big Picture Seminar, it's a safe place for them to actually be their natural human selves.
It takes real leaders, strong people to be in this seminar. It's not just your everyday person.
Not only do they learn practical skills, but they learn a lot about formation, they learn a lot of virtues, it's a lot of social skills too, because you really have to interact with the other people around you.
They do a very good job of teaching values and morals and moral lessons, and a lot of things on virtues and things like that, that it's good to cherish those lessons, because those are the kind of things that you want to move on in life with. I find them very useful.
When you're here, you really don't have a feeling of awkwardness with everybody else. You're friends. You're with friends, and it's a really friendly atmosphere.
I think the best thing that I could do right now is use my example to inspire others. I can take small steps to achieve something bigger, but at this point I think it's mostly on how I act as opposed to how the world acts. So just be myself and be a good person and try to show others that so that they can be a good person as well. I can just, hope to bring on some change in the world, hopefully.
I think I can change the world mainly by just growing up. It's a world that teaches you to be very materialistic, and there's a lot of influence to always seek pleasure, like right away. What I like about this place is that it sort of teaches you to see the opposite side of that, and sort of see, instead of seeing what makes you happy, it's seeing what's good for you and what's good for the people around you, and ultimately, like, what's going to make the world be a better place. Everything that I gathered from this place, all the good, all the lessons, everything, I can take that and put it into my daily life in the future, so I'll become a better person with integrity and with values and morals.
What I get from coming to these Saturday classes, if you would, is how to increase and better what I'm already doing throughout my everyday life, be it studying, be it school, be it how I have an outlook on things, be it how I interact with people. The power within myself to change the world doesn't come only from myself, it comes as well from God's help.
It's important that they find that there is a place outside the home where Christian values and attitudes are actually lived. When they come to a place like Ernescliff and the Big Picture Seminar, they can actually put that into practice. This program is important because it's a safe place for them to actually be their natural human selves, to express something that is more compassionate without fear of being ostracized.
I think the most important value is to love God and to seek Him and to live their life with that purpose in mind. We are bombarded with the media, and they have an agenda, and their agenda is, to teach them that they should seek everything that is pleasurable, no matter what. So I tell them, even though you are going to be faced with the different things that you are learning at home, you have to always be on guard and try to do what is right.
I like coming here on Saturdays because it kind of serves as a home away from home on Saturdays. Before I came here, I didn't know that I could be so good at doing certain things with projects and activities. Like right now we're doing a stop motion project on the computer, and I found that I can actually be really creative in those ways. I never thought I was so creative or I was so imaginative, and we put a lot of interesting things together, and I didn't think I was capable of that before.
I'm one of the monitors that take care of the kids here. My role really is to lead them in their projects and also to see them on a one-on-one basis and to touch up on how they are trying to to implement a lot of the things that they learn here in their everyday lives. At one point, I was also a high school student, so I understand the kind of things, the kind of pressures that they're going through. And we try to go through, for example, your schedule. How is that going along? How are you studying? How are you using your time? Even the same things that even myself, I kind of struggle with, but in the same sense, trying to help them realize that this is something that we can all succeed in.
We start each session with a talk. So we talk about a certain virtue each week. And that is really nice to see because they really interact and they get a lot out of it, and it means a lot to them, which is really nice to see. I know it's something that they'll take away and that they actually apply to each day as we get the work done.
All right, guys, so today we're going to be talking about plan of life. This is something that you may have heard in one of your discussions with whoever it is that you see.
It's a talk that helps the participants develop a certain virtue or something else that which the topic of the circle is. For example, it might be on prudence, which is a virtue, and for about half an hour, the leader gives a talk about everything to do with prudence, and the participants try to absorb the knowledge so that they can apply it to their daily lives.
So it kind of lets you look back on what you've done, let's say, during your past days, and to see what you've done bad and what you can do better. And you apply what they teach you here into your daily life, and you become a better person gradually.
I enjoy the circle talks. We talk about a virtue or talk about a problem that we see, and really how through the teachings of the Bible we can learn not to make mistakes when we're dealing with this virtue or this issue.
As a parent, we guide our children. We show them the way in respect to virtues, values, how to interact with others, and we try to instill that in their everyday life. This has to be something that they want to do, and that once they get involved with it, they enjoy doing it. But you need to feel that you're not alone, that there's others in today's world who also want to do the same things.
I'm here because I think that this is the place to be for me. This is where I want to be on my Saturdays, because what I learn from here, what I get from coming here, is more important than getting a couple extra hours of sleep.
I think one of the biggest things here is making friends, making good friends. It's a lot of fun. I mean, there's martial arts, there's sports, there's talks, there's building.
Here they emphasize a lot on study. I've always been a pretty studious person, but I never thought about how if you study, it can also make you a better person, because it's like you can become more patient, more dedicated. And by being honest and good, you're able to share that with other people. So if other people have that, then they're going to be honest and good with other people, and ultimately it'll be a mutual thing, and everyone will try and just make this world a better place.
I find that coming here and what I'm learning from here, it's kind of like coming to a tutor, but what you're being tutored for is your everyday life. Be it working, raising a family, just being ready for whatever's going to happen, being prepared.
I think from this program, I can see my future more clearly and more definitely, rather than like, it's grade 12, what should I go into? It's a lot of fun it's a good time. Good thing to do on a Saturday.